Friday. The original Friday Frenzy, presented by Pepsi, starts now.
Welcome back for the original Friday Frenzy. Today was the last day for fall sports as state champs were crowned for high school football. 3 local teams, Maroa Forsyth in 2A, Monticello in 3A, and Mount Zion in 4A, all looking to bring back the titles to home. And let's send it out to sports director Tyler Janecki, who has the 2A finals recap.
When Maroa Forsyth's players were young, they had the opportunity to watch from afar as their Trojans played in state title games. But today, it was their turn to bask in the experience.
Today we play 48 minutes for the rest of your lives.
The Trojans at Maroa Forsyth back at the state title game for the first time since 2018, and only Chicago Christian stands between them and the crown. Trojans aggressive on their opening drive on 4th and 1. They don't move the chains, and that gives the Knights the momentum. Kenny Yeager had a monster day, nearly 200 yards on 30 carries. Chicago Christian takes an early 14-0 lead. But a potential momentum shift for the Trojans. The Illini commit Grant Smith helps punch it out, and he recovers. The Trojans take over, but again, nowhere to go as they don't take advantage. They need another play to go their way, and it looked like it would right here, but the tip pass falls right in the breadbasket of Nico Griggs, and things would snowball after that touchdown. Chicago Christian keeps finding pay dirt. The Trojans start coughing up the football, and it's tough to make up for lost time when your starting quarterback is battling a serious injury.
We honestly weren't sure he was even going to play, and he gutted it out. So the fact that the kid was even willing to lay it all out there for his team tells you how all in he was.
And after a 47-0 loss, the Trojans finish as runner-ups for the 9th time in school history.
Time guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
To put in all the work all year to make it to this moment and be at the state games that I used to come to as a kid and see all the kids out here playing, it's really cool to be here.
They did everything that we stand for, and that's what I'm going to remember about them. And years down the road, they're going to say, hey, we were second in state. I'm just getting personally really good at being second in state, and that does drive me. I feel terrible for the kids.
Maroa's going to lose a good group of seniors. We're talking about Mitch Williams, Grant Smith, Canton Wilson, and for the returners, this is one of those losses that's going to eat at you. But it's just more fuel to get right back to this spot next year and end up on top. A 47-0 loss in the 2A state title game for Maroa. Let's send it to the 3A championship recap from Jake Bedell.
Thanks, Tyler. Well, what a ride it's been in Class 3A as Monticello came up with some late-game heroics to take down Unity, their conference foe, in the semifinal last week. They're hoping that magic would carry over in the title game this week as they took on Montini Catholic. After a few tough games early in the season, some said that this team wouldn't be here, but a few seniors on the program actually predicted it their freshman year when they first donned the Sages uniforms.
Carter, was it the group chat you had?
Oh yeah, our freshman year.
Freshman year we had a group chat like 2024 3A state champions.
Could that prophecy come true tonight? The Sages made their first and only appearance in the state title 6 years ago. They're back once again, but the Broncos weren't going to roll over easy. First possession, Jeremiah Peterson punches it in for 6 to give Montini the early edge. The purple and gold answered with a little trickery. 1 pitch, 2 pitch, and a screen pass the other direction as Nolan Buhner-Kemper lofts it to Carter Foran, who breaks some tackles and picks up a solid gain. Montini would take the ball back and just a few plays later, punch it in once more, and from there, the table tilted away from the Sages. Keeping things crafty, Ike Young fakes the QB run, instead hits a little pop pass over the middle to Hunter Romano to remove the sticks. But it's not enough to clean up a rocky opening half. 7 unanswered touchdowns in the first 2 quarters from the Broncos. They send it to halftime 35-0. So after the break, why not have a little fun and switch things up? Buhner-Kemper in at quarterback. He drops back, lets it fly, and connects with his right-hand man, Foran, for a little momentum going back the Sages' direction. Even when things aren't always going their way, Monticello never gives up. Less than 5 in the game, BK gonna let it loose, tips off multiple Broncos defenders, defenders, and Foreign comes up with the ball and fights his way across the goal line to the elation of the entire Sages sideline. And that may have been the only points on the board for the Sages, but despite the result, there's a bit of pride in their step when walking off the field.
More good emotions than bad. You know, it hurts to get beat like that. But at the same time, I'm so proud of this team, this group, what we've done.
I think the fact that this was probably the most improbable of the ones I've been involved with. You know, not that this team doesn't have talent, we certainly did. Not that we didn't think we'd be pretty good this year, but each and every week we just seem to persevere and make it another round, and it's a credit to the 18 seniors and the leadership and ownership they showed, demonstrated for the program.
49-8 final here at Hancock Stadium in the Class 3A state final, but that wasn't the last game on tap tonight. For that one, we're going to send it back in studio with Adina. Signing off from Hancock Stadium, I'm Jake Bedell.
Thanks, Jake. And on to the 4A bracket. Mount Zion having a historic season, making it to the finals for the first time in program history. And the Braves in the state title game for the first time, taking on DePaul College Prep. And a good start for the Braves defense. They would force the Rams to go 3 and out here. And then on the Rams' second drive, 4th and long, but Juju Rodriguez finds Matthew Osterman, and he's moving the chains for the first down. And Santa Claus hoping the Braves are going to stand tall, but Nick Martinez too quick to the outside, and the Rams are going to strike first with the touchdown. But the Braves' offense was still stalling, having to punt it away, but Trimble's first go at it. The fake doesn't go before a rugby punt, but the Rams are off to good field position after that one. And Rodriguez is going to call his own number, makes a few miss, and he's got nothing but green in front of him. He's going to make it 13-0 DePaul. The Braves trying to get something going downfield. Keller Stocks is going to heave it up, but Nichols Heathcote picks it off, and he's going to enter Mount Zion territory before going out of bounds. And that would give again to Martinez, who's going to muscle his way past the goal line. 20-0 Rams. Rodriguez is going to try to dance away the next possession out of a stack, but he's not escaping this Braves defense this time. Braves' historic season is going to come to an end, getting second place, dropping this one 40-6.